Mrs. Phillips, would you give me about 5 more minutes and send in the next new employee, please? Thank you.
Mr. Gibson?
Oh, yes. Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Tom Sims.
Tom Sims, yes. I was expecting you. Please, come on in. Have a
Thank
seat
you
and
very
relax. I'm Robert Gibson, the HR manager here.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Well, Tom, let me be the first to welcome you to the company.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Now listen, I'm going to give you some things that every new employee gets before they can start their job here, all right?
Okay, great.
Now the first thing that I'm going to give you is this booklet that contains some information on our 401k plan here. It's a really good one, by the way, Tom.
Great.
This booklet contains some details regarding your medical and dental benefits.
All right.
Let's see, what else? Oh, how could I forget?
What is that?
That would be our new ethics handbook, Tom.
It's a pretty thick book.
I don't let its size scare you. Most of the stuff in there is common sense, so you can kind of just brush over it on your own. But trust me, when I first started here, that thing was a fraction of the size that it is now. But the early 90s were really tough. Thank you very much, Clarence Thomas. Seriously, Tom, between the 90s decade and the recent wardrobe malfunction that we've had, it makes for a pretty thick book these days. Now this leads me into something that I need to go over with you in more detail.
Okay.
What you need to remember, Tom, is that you're leaving one culture, the warehouse where you used to work, where things could be kind of rough and tumble. The warehouse had sort of a boys will be boys atmosphere about it, if you will. Well, you're leaving that culture and you're entering a more conservative culture, the corporate environment. Now, the first difference that you're going to notice between the two is detailed in this section right here, entitled Language in the Workplace.
Language.
Like the F word.
F word. The F word, as in...
Oh! Yep, that's the one. That word is very common in the warehouse, Tom, but it's a big no-no in this office.
Okay, so no F word in the workplace. That's easy.
Right, but you kind of just said it again.
Well, no, I said the letter. I didn't say the word, of course.
I know, but I knew exactly what you meant by just saying the letter.
I don't think I follow.
Well, what you did is very much a common problem right now, Tom, saying the word without saying the word. And you said the letter F, but I knew exactly what you meant by it.
Right, so I'm getting the impact of the word without saying the word. Okay.
Exactly. You hear this technique used a lot on morning radio shows these days, this swearing without swearing trend. Well, that trend has become a real problem in this office, too. And we've tried to put a stop to that letter, only to have other variations crop up.
Really, such as?
MF.
MF. Oh, you mean like
Mother effer.
Right, okay. So no on that one as well.
Well, mother, yes. F or no. And the same goes for effing and effed. As in, traffic was effing crazy on the way to work this morning. Or, I really effed up that presentation.
So I guess the same would go for the S word, or for that matter, BS.
Right, no S. And as far as BS goes, the same mother effer rules apply. Bull, yes. S, no.
So I guess hypothetically I could say that someone was being bullheaded, but not accuse them of being an S-head?
Or a D-head. But here's where things get a little bit fuzzy, Tom, because not all letters are as clearly defined as the letter F is. I'll tell you what, this should help us. You may want to take some notes here, Tom. Okay. Take C, for example.
C.
Well, the C's are tough because they require the usage to be gender specific. For example, you could say, suck my C, but you could also say, she's a real C. And quite honestly, either a male or female can be a real C.
Right.
P's are also difficult for this very same reason. I mean, you could say, he's a real P, or quit crying, you big P. And again, Either one could refer to a male or a female. However, you are allowed to use the medical versions of both P and V in the workplace, sparingly.
Okay. P and V, medical use only. Okay, I think I got it.
Good. Now this becomes a delicate situation when talking with female coworkers these days, Tom. This company has very strict rules on dealing with members of the opposite sex. So, when speaking with a female coworker, there should be absolutely no vulgar use of any of the P or C words, yours or hers for that matter. And Tom, never refer to a woman's T's, as in nice T's. Oh, and Tom, we never use the N-word here either.
Oh, right, like on the T's. On the T's, the N's, on the T's.
No, Tom, the N-word. The N-word?
Oh, God, that one. Oh, no, I thought you meant the...
Good. Now don't worry, it's going to take a while to get used to all of these rules at first. Trust me, it's difficult, what with new words constantly coming in all the time. But we just need to do our very best to stay on top of it all right?
Right. Wow, initially for me, I guess the difficulty's figuring out which letters you can and can't use in the workplace.
Well, it might help to remember it this way. Let's review. Never touch or stare at anyone's A. Never call anyone male or female a B. Same goes for C. Calling somebody a D-head or a D-bag is always frowned upon. No one wants to hear about where you shot your E, and F we've already covered.
Right.
Now, in and around the workplace, there should be absolutely no discussing, showing, groping, poking, cupping, fondling, moisturizing, of stroking of yours or anyone else's G's, H's, I's, J's, K's, L's, or M's. As far as the N-word goes, a no. Nobody cares to hear about the big O you had last night. P may as well stand for prohibited. Don't call anyone a Q or a Q-bait. No stories about licking your R. And S and T we've covered as well. And remember, Tom, the workplace is never a good place to talk about fingering your V or blowing your W. Look at the bright side. X and Z are fine so far. On second thought, why don't we nip those in the bud just to be safe?
All right.
Well, that's it in a nutshell. You learn that and you'll be fitting in here at the company in no time, my friend. Any questions?
What about you?